Myth number 7. I used to fall from this one back in the day. Love is irrational and above reason. First, reason is not knowledge. Reason is thinking. It is a process by which you obtain knowledge. So reason is not the knowledge. It's how you get it. You think. I would argue very passionately that nothing is above reason, above thinking, and above reality. Which doesn't mean you can just think your way into acquiring any piece of knowledge that may potentially exist. There's a couple more obstacles before you do that. Just measurement is one of them. How you measure the information you have presented to you. Getting a little bit off topic, but nothing is above reason on this earth. Nothing that you're going to encounter cannot be thought about and solved. If you think hard enough and you're persistent and you work hard and you take life seriously and you take reality seriously. Mature romantic love is only possible with a strong connection to reality. If you do not have a love affair with life, with reality, with this world, with earth, with living here and enjoying life, it's just not possible. You're not going to have it. You're going to have something much more, if it can even be called any degree of romantic love, it would be immature romantic love. It would be something that is very chaotic, very dramatic, something you've probably seen a lot of your friends go through. I know I have throughout the years. You don't even need to see it physically. You can just look on Facebook and see people just posting all this shit about their life. How crazy it is with their, in particular with partners and such. Another way of saying this is that mature romantic love is not possible to individuals or couples who are deeply irrational. I don't just mean this either in the sense of like someone being a drama queen. Because some people may have personalities that are more prone to conflicts like this surfacing. But I mean beyond the point of a person's personality or particular approach to life. Kind of surfacing conflicts and creating excitement. I mean beyond that. I mean the point where they're sabotaging themselves, sabotaging their partner, lying, cheating, stealing, cheating on their spouse or partner, and so on. Moving on. Myth 8. Love at first sight. I'm probably preaching to the choir here. Thought about this. You guys aren't particularly probably prone to this, but it's important to discuss. Both for the concepts it entails, and then for anyone on the internet 10 years from now watching this that is a little more susceptible to this, perhaps. So, first of all, this myth exists, and I assume everyone here is familiar with this. Is anyone not familiar with this? Love at first sight? Probably not. We're all from Western culture, so to speak. So this myth exists because sight, as far as I understand it to be, is our most important sense. If I were to go around this room and somehow force you to lose all but one sense of your 5 senses, the one almost all of you would keep is sight. You would forgo hearing long before sight, taste, touch, taste, and so on. So it is immensely important. There's a reason it's not, yeah, I knew I loved her when I first heard her, or when I first tasted her. It's always the sight. Like, this isn't, I mean, that might be one of them for some people, but it's not usually it's not popular, and it's not popular for a reason for that kind of phrase to be beyond the point that it sounds kind of funny and such. There's a reason it's sight. It's sight. You get the most data inputted into your mind through sight, more than anything else. So that's where that comes from. And I think if you understand where it comes from, that can help explain a little bit more about it and how to get it out of your head, if it happens to be in there. By my judgment, this myth mocks, more than almost anything else, a deep, complex, highly abstract concept. The idea that you can have true, mature, deeply romantic love in 5 seconds, it just makes a mockery of something that is very complex, takes a long time to develop, and can be developed over a lifetime. There's no limit to it. So to say that you just look at somebody and that's it, it's just nonsense. Can you have a deep affinity for someone very quickly, just based on physical attraction? Sure. Can that feel emotionally like a lot more? Sure. But that doesn't change what it is. It's just sight, it's just physical attraction. And as important as that is, as I discussed, it's not the entirety of human life, of reality, and of romantic love. That's something that's a lot bigger, a lot broader, and takes time. It takes work, it takes effort, it takes your mind, it takes thought, it takes reason, it takes your emotions, it takes everything all once at the same time. So the idea, again, that you can just look at somebody and then all of a sudden you're in love is just, it's just nonsense. It would also be important to note that, so it doesn't happen overnight, romantic love, but it also doesn't develop into something that is deeply mature overnight. Again, it takes time. So two people, if they really hit it off and they meet and they talk throughout the night and it becomes something just amazing overnight, I mean, in the most extreme of circumstances, maybe that could be called immature romantic love, maybe, but not something that's deep, that's mature, that's developed. So it takes time. Again, effort, time, reason, thought, emotion, spirituality, whatever you want to say, into that mix, just about. Doesn't happen overnight, and definitely doesn't happen just in first sight. Myth number 9. Sex without love is empty. Nice follow-up to love at first sight, I thought. So this myth says that meaningful relationships are not possible, but in fact they are, outside of the realm of romantic love. An example I came up with for you guys that I think would be very easy to understand is think of James Marshall. James Marshall understands himself, he understands life, he understands women very deeply. Do you really think that his sexual encounters are meaningless and empty and worth nothing? They're, just like he discussed, literally. They're important to him. They're not just random encounters that he just has and fucking forgets about. They're important, they are deep, they're fulfilling, they're gratifying to him, they're satisfying. And for the woman as well. When they meet, they both profit. They have a great experience, and they're both better people because of it. And they have a great time. So, yeah, sex outside of relationships can be fulfilling. It is not necessarily empty. It surely can be, but it is not necessarily so. I would also argue that theoretically, you can go your entire life without experiencing any degree of romantic love. You can live well, and you can achieve an incredible level of happiness. You just might be missing out on a great secret, something truly great.